the Bullet Club was like, it got to a point where like you would go to a WWE show and you would just see American Nightmare t-shirts, Bullet Club t-shirts that you would not see.
That's how the Hot Topic deal came about. Was the Hot Topic manager who works with WWE went to WrestleMania and was like, man, Bullet Club, right? Freaking Bullet Club. When's the Bullet Club coming out? Where's the Bullet Club? And the girl who works with us at Hot Topic, her name is Taffy, like Taffy. She had to explain, oh no, it's a group in New Japan and a little bit of Ring of Honor. And he said, well, we don't, it's not exclusive. We can sell WWE stuff and their stuff. And that was just such a wonderful thing. A couple of the Pop Funkos were in line earlier today. To be able to be the first like non-WWE Pop Funkos, even though I haven't been paid yet. Please don't repeat that. We got enough heat with New Japan as it is. But that was such a special, like, wonderful thing to be part of that. And the Bullet Club was, it was something, man. It was something. I had something I was going to derail you with again, and I totally forgot.
You always do.
But it was good.
Now, so you're in Bullet Club. There's all the WWE stuff going on. They want to sell your T-shirts and stuff. But then eventually there comes a point where you and the Bucks, because there will be a book written in like 20 years about, the Bucks and Cody, they work for ROH, they work for New Japan, but then All In comes around and it seems to blow up. When did you guys decide, okay, Bullet Club was good for what it was, but now's maybe time for us to move on, because leaving Bullet Club or moving on from Bullet Club is something that some people maybe don't understand. Why did you guys decide to move on from the Bullet Club?
It's kind of a combination of little events, but a big event was we were getting ready to go out for the triple threat main events in Ryogoku, which was me versus Kenny versus Ibushi. And this match before us, they did this whole Bullet Club segment where they added new members and all kinds of shenanigans ensued, and we weren't even talked to. And you don't owe us that, but we are the part of wrestling that is real, especially in New Japan, is the factions. This wasn't even something we discussed, and there's so much different of a mindset between somebody like a Kenny Omega and kind of just a standard, I'm excited to be in the Bullet Club. I was excited to be in the Bullet Club as I could possibly be, and I was incredibly, incredibly lucky to attach myself to the hottest thing in wrestling. However, I wasn't going to let it just be, hey, I'm the Bullet Club guy now. Like, that's not the answer. Diva, who's no longer with WWE, randomly was so naive that she thought she would get over on Twitter by tweeting Bullet Club.
Summer Rae. She's a good friend of mine. She'll own it.
So, I don't know if it was her or not, but I was lucky to have that, but we wanted to move forward. Like, what's next? It can't just stay the same, and it can't be 80 people in it. It's got to be something different. And then it ended up, I never thought Matt and Nick and Kenny would have the Elite be more than 3, but they wanted it for a very long time. And
because there is this weird thing, we talked about it a little bit there. So New Japan will run in the US, and they will draw 2,500 people. ROH will draw 2,000 people, maybe 5,000 WrestleMania weekend. And you guys do All In, and you draw 10,000. So we'll talk about All In a second.
11,236.
11,236. But like, there must come a point where you guys are going, okay, so we're out there every day, and we're Bullet Club for life. Not to steal another gimmick that was there before, but like, you guys are there the whole time. Like, you guys are living it the whole time. And when people think of Bullet Club, they just think of you, the Bucks, Marty Scurll, Hangman Page. Like, there's an elite group that they think of. Elite, not meaning to be pandering. But was there just a point where you kind of went, well, we want to go and do our own thing. Like, we've done enough to build this brand that we have helped. now it's time for us. And I guess All In must have been a part of that, because you guys do this show which way outsells anything else that ROH or New Japan have been able to do in America. So was there a point after that where you kind of went, maybe we've kind of paid our dues to that faction and we need to move on?
It was more of just this kind of like magic. We talked about the Punk picture and why things didn't work in that photo, and then like it literally just, I have made very few friends in wrestling, but I made friends with these guys even though we are polar opposites in what we like. I like a very traditional wrestling, conservative wrestling. Nick Jackson wants to set himself on fire, and you know, the common thing is pleasing the audience, and they're so good with the people who support them, and they make fans friends, they make fans family, and that was shared amongst everybody in that 5 or 6, and it was the moment, I forget who said it, we were in Ryogoku, and the moment said, hey, we're just going to be just elite, and we're going to announce it on the Jericho Cruise. There was no pushback, and there was no consideration for what someone else might think. It's one thing, it's okay to be respectful of who you work for, but you also have to be respectful of yourself. It's my body out there. I'm the one taking the bumps, and I'm the one delivering the performance. You can tell me if you didn't like the performance, but they're going to tell me if they liked the performance. And it was one of those moments to kind of take control, and we haven't received any pushback. You mentioned people think of like an elite group. There's this very funny moment on the Jericho Cruise that I still don't know what to do about. We announce that we're the elite, and we do the podcast, and there's the whole deck of fans, and it was nice. And we stand up, and there was a fan behind us, and he just goes, hey, so is Chase Owens Bullet Club or elite? And I like Chase, all right, but I don't know what to say. Like, I can't speak for everybody here, and I literally like just. You couldn't even decipher what I said. Let's ask Kenny. And Kenny is like legit like walking down the steps, like, and you could see, because Kenny didn't answer him, the guy literally just goes, what the like, you could audibly hear him. So we still haven't figured it out, but I'm gonna find that guy.
But the thing is, you guys come up with All In, and Brandy, you said last night, which was interesting. You were maybe the only person in his life that was like, do this.
He asked me after he tweeted that, as soon as I saw that tweet to Dave, I was like, well, here comes a whole lot of work I'm not sure I want to do, because this has to happen now. And he says to me, hey, do you think we can sell out a 10,000-seat arena? I go, tomorrow if we want to, but let's put some work in though, and let's do it. I never have had any doubt, and I think this is because he's got so much of his dad's brain in his head that no matter how far-fetched something seems, or how backwards it might be, or how much it may not compute in my mind, I know that he's got the whole story thought out from start to finish, and the passion behind it to make it great. So if he says tomorrow, hey, I want to, do a show at the top of the Empire State Building, I'm probably not going to be super excited about it, but I'm going to be there because I know it's going to be awesome.
And so I mean, I guess this for you, you guys do All In, and it sells out immediately, pretty much.
Another thing that I called while everybody else was nervous, I said the site's going to crash. I told my best friend, who randomly, like 5 minutes before, said, hey, I want to get tickets to this. What do? I said, get on as many computers as you can, because it's going to crash. And she got tickets within the last 5 minutes, but she was like there 5 minutes early, had her husband on one and her mother, I think, on another one. And all just trying to get tickets. I knew it.
Poor Hangman never got a ticket. He was in that virtual waiting room.
I never did either. I was in it too.
And he was just, I don't know, Cody, I don't know. And then like 30-minute later ride, like, hey, did you get anything? Says virtual waiting room. Like, you didn't get it, bud. It's okay. We weren't even buying it. We were just testing it out to see if it worked. Yeah, man. Hangman never got his ticket.